Welcome to Relatable Artist Podcast. On today's episode, should you give up art? My first thought, no, never. But I guess it's not that easy, is it?
I think the decision to quit art is born either from financial or social reasons, or sometimes both. Where financial being you are either unable to make money from it, and social being no one in your circle is supporting you. To be
Yep.
honest, I think a lot about quitting, but in the end, I conclude by saying to myself that I've spent all these years invested so much time learning this. What will be the point of this much investment if I quit now? So I continue to draw.
Yeah, isn't it? It's like you think about it, and when you think of all the work you've put into it, it would be such a pity to just give up, like
I know, right?
halfway through. Although I'm thinking you still gotta prioritize mental health. So,
I know.
like, if it's
Like
harming you more than it's doing you good at some point, maybe not give up, but take a break.
taking a break helps a lot. Like hang out with your family, friends. Because in the end, art is about self-expression. If you're not in your best self, then how will you able to express it?
Yeah, absolutely. I personally struggle with these. With It's funny because supposedly I'm a professional artist, but I guess being so focused on the technical side of things, I lose track of what you said, of how I actually express myself through my art, and I feel down many times. And well, the only reason that's keeping me going is what we said in the beginning, the fact that I've been doing it for so long. It would be such a pity to quit, although deep inside it's like I wish I could, you know?
Yeah. Mad. Okay, I want to talk about the financial side of thing. Like
Yeah.
yesterday, something shitty happened to me. So
Yeah.
what happened was, you know how things are financially. Like I really want to find a way to make some money out of this art.
We all
So
do, don't we? Yeah.
yeah, I usually like find these YouTubers who need some sort of merch design or product design. And there's some financial YouTuber named John Hostel. He talked about my art, and he said whenever I need it, I'll I will talk to you about it. Like I will contact you when I need it. He said you're pretty good. So yesterday he contacted me.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, then he was like, how are you doing? How's your art? And etc. etc. Then he told me he was doing some sort of video
Mm-hmm.
about investments. All right. I thought, okay, this will be a good way to get in contact with him, like get in to know what he's doing. So I said, okay, tell me about it. I'm going to get a little bit technical on financial aspects here.
Mm-hmm.
He said something new called copy trading. So in which you buy the same cryptos and stocks, whatever he's buying, using some sort of algorithm. Okay, you got this part right.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, just sign up to this site and we will continue from that. At the beginning, the site seems pretty legit. It's called Bifinix. Okay,
Okay.
I invested like $50 in it. I
Yeah.
thought I know the guy. I have seen his videos. He seemed pretty genuine guy. Like then what happened was after some time he told me, okay, we will get a notification from that crypto exchange
Mm-hmm.
on your mail, and then when you get it, just tell me about it. It's been I don't know what 36 hours, and I haven't got any notification from the crypto exchange. So after
Okay.
that, I decided to take my money out of the crypto exchange. So I tried doing that,
Okay.
and it didn't work. Like my money got stuck in there.
Wait a second. I thought you were going to give me some good news, but from what I can
Yeah,
hear,
no, yeah,
it's not actually going well. So in the
yeah,
end,
no, it gets worse. So then I tried contacting the guy,
yeah.
and he said, don't worry, be patient, do the thing, I'll do some complaints or stuff, and you will get back your money. I haven't heard from him since then.
So
And
now you're
turns out,
waiting on this,
no,
no?
Oh no, turns out
Yeah.
the guy who contacted me
Okay.
was a scam Instagram account of the same guy
No.
who yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how this happened. How, like, how did he know I contacted him? Like, this is so scary for me. I don't know how he got this information on me that I contacted him,
Well,
and then
maybe I'm thinking maybe there were other people going through the same thing, and maybe the account
possibly.
somehow got
I think,
reported.
yeah. I think he probably checking on my followers and checking
Yeah.
if I follow any financial YouTubers or
Yeah.
Instagram influencers, fin influencers. I think he has my $50 in his pocket, so I'm
You know, this, because we're talking about the financial struggles of an artist.
yeah.
This makes me think, look at all the crazy stuff you end up doing because you just cannot make money as fast as you would want to with your
Exactly my
art.
point. Like
Exactly.
you get at certain point you get so desperate that you're
Yeah,
unable to make money,
exactly.
and you start finding these stuff, start investing, and then
Yeah,
get screwed all over. And that's
yeah.
kind of
I
messes
have
you up.
I have many friends that actually, I have one friend that kind of gave up on art for now. She is planning to get back to it in the future, but she had to give up on it because of this problem. So she would have to get a normal job, how people call it, something to just support you financially. But that takes you time. You work, imagine you work, even if you don't work full time, and let's say you work 6 hours a day, 5 times a week, that's not even a full time program. You get home from work, you're tired. Well, at least it's not a scam and you get money at the end of the month, but it's still like a kind of like a desperate measure that you take because you still have to leave, and that forces you to stay away from art. You know, I am thankful that right now I'm still a student, and I am financially supported by my family, and I don't have to do it, because honestly, if I had to both support myself financially and do art, I don't know if I would have gotten as far as I did now, because it's so much easier to give up, isn't it? It's like the whole
Yeah,
world is against you. It's like you need
yeah,
money, you need like a base fund to start making money with art. It's a bit hard to start from scratch.
yeah. Like, because in the end, the question is how long can you be able to do this? Eventually, you have to somehow make money.
Yeah.
What will it be? You have to choose either give up art or find some 9 to 5 job.
Yeah. Or starve and keep doing art
Yeah,
and not making money out of it.
that's one way.
Yeah. Um
Yeah,
I think you have to be crazy passionate about it to be able to do both. Because on the other side, I have friends who work part-time jobs or even full-time jobs, and they keep going with art. Maybe they are not making extremely fast progress because you don't have the time to put in it because of your job, but they are extremely passionate about it, and they have a part-time job, they are studying in uni, and they're also doing art on the side, and slowly taking things to doing art full-time. So I
that's
think
nice.
you gotta be crazy passionate about it. So when you come from work or whatever other errands you gotta run in a day, you get home and you're not like, oh, I'm so tired, I cannot draw. It's like, oh, finally, I got home, I can draw, you know? But this
Yeah, like
mindset,
second mindset is very important to develop. Without it, it's really hard. Like, it's either you do your job or do your art, not both ways.
yeah. You know, before we started the recording thing, this, I
Oh
was
yeah,
thinking, okay, so most of the times to be positive about it or whatever, you shouldn't give up art. Maybe take a break, maybe find things around it. But then, what do you think would be the cases when you actually do need to give up art?
yeah, because that's the real part of it. Like, how much positivity you are going to spread? How much can you be positive if the reality is eventually you have to give up if you are unable to do well financially or socially. Like, that's a thing.
I think about it many times myself. I keep going at it, and I might be making a certain amount, but maybe not enough to live off with. And um, it's been years already, you know? Maybe
Yeah, same for me.
just,
So far, I just gotten like two commission work. That was not even, one was of like $10, another was like $30.
yeah, I
So I
know,
in
right?
2 years I made around $40.
Yeah. And
And
that's far from being able to sustain yourself.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, apart from when it gets financially unsustainable, I think a reason to actually consider giving up on art is when you realize it's actually not for you. And
Yeah.
it sounds hard, and I think it is hard
Yeah, as I
to
said, invested so much time,
yeah.
build some passion for it. It's hard to quit
I
because not just a financial reason, there are social reasons too. For example, your parents started thinking, what will my son or daughter do if she or him continues doing this? Will it be sustainable for him or her?
yeah.
So that's something worries them. Like, I think for my parents right now I think I'm 22, so I'm still young
Yeah.
comparatively, I guess. At the end, they told me explore as much as you can, do as much as you can. That's why I'm trying to create this podcast, do as much art as I can, trying to like create value through my reels, like doing painting 101s, Instagram 101s.
Yeah, I love
Like,
your
that's
reels. Good
thanks.
good stuff. For the listeners, check it out. Swarming is teaching you how to paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell me if you think about this yourself, because I found myself thinking about it. Um, since I've been doing this for so long, when I think about giving up, for me, it comes from confusion. It's like I lose track of why I'm doing it. I've sometimes I get to this point where I feel like it's robotic work. I take it as it's just my job, you know. I've been doing it for so long that is the only thing I do. And then I try to come down to earth for a second, and I cannot really find the reasons, like the true reasons of why I'm doing it, you know? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I have an answer, but you might not like it. So, when I was young, I played a lot of games, as I've
Yeah.
told you in our last podcast. I was kind of addicted to it, and it kind of gave me like feels like gave me kicks to kept on going, and I sort of feel same about my art. Like, after a certain point, you stop thinking about it, and it helps you. It makes you feel good, and that's about it. That's art for me. It makes me feel good. That therefore I do it.
I think though you need to get some kind of push from it. You need, for example, to when you look at your old stuff and
Yeah.
compare it to the new stuff, I think you need to see that you've made progress. Or even those $10 commission, even if it's not much, I think we need these kind of things. And you know, this is what I thought you were gonna tell me when you told me the story with the crypto. I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna tell me it turned into something good
Oh,
because
no. It's crypto. It never turns into good something.
no, but my point is like in order to
It
keep
it
going and
always
not
ends
give
up
up.
with someone being financially fucked.
Oh no, definitely not, definitely not. No, but what I mean is that I guess to have this motivation to keep going, you need some good stuff happening to you from time to time, and like you need to keep going at it, even if it's going bad, and kind of just wait on the good stuff to happen. Because in my experience, they happen eventually. You just gotta be extremely patient to wait for the good stuff to happen.
Yeah, well, that's what the crypto guys told me.
I mean, yeah, not your case, unfortunately, but
Yeah. So right, I guess you're right.
You had good stuff happen to you that
Yeah.
kind of motivate you to
I
go
know,
further,
like,
didn't you?
yeah, obviously, like, one of the reels I did with T3, I got like, it's now like 80K views. The very first painting 101 I did
Yeah, I
got like
remember.
100K views, so man, it felt good. Like, at first I thought people would probably ignore it just because of my accent or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that. Then I remember one day you told me that in Indian guys
And the
teach
tutorials,
things the best.
best tutorials, I swear to
Yeah,
God. No, for real. And actually, do you remember the very first collaboration we did?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Obviously.
it massively blew up, and I
Oh
think
yeah, like,
it motivated
uh,
both of us, didn't we? We
yeah.
weren't in a really good place before that. I mean,
I
at least
agree,
that's what
agree.
I got from us.
That you have like 1,500 followers right now. That's an
Yeah,
achievement.
it is. It is. Thank you. And you as well. You built a whole new account, and I feel like we both got the motivation boost with the collaboration that we did at that time.
I agree. It was
But
something, and that led to this podcast.
yeah, exactly. It only came after a long time of suffering, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like you both of us, we already had like dozens of posts, and there are people who have hundreds of posts
Oh
before
yeah,
they
like
land.
years, like,
Exactly.
spent
Exactly.
hours making every single one of them.
Yep.
Man,
So wait for it. I think
yeah,
good things happen eventually. Obviously, you gotta be proactive.
obviously you have to be proactive.
Yeah. But have
Proactive
some
to the
faith.
right people,
Yeah.
or else you'll probably get financially fucked like me.
Yeah,
God.
don't if there's one thing the our viewers have to take from this is to not fall for crypto scams.
Scams. Yeah, yeah. Just don't.
Um,
If someone in the comments says NFT, just ignore him or probably report him,
uh,
please.
yeah, it's like like the bots that always comment you on the art posts.
Yeah. DM
Oh,
me for DM me for 1 million views.
yeah,
So
exactly.
something like that.
Or the hey, can you draw me my pet for my son? I will give you 200 euros.
Oh, wait, that happened to you?
Yes, it did. And
Oh,
I almost fell for it. I literally took like a full day trying to figure out whether this was a scam. See, I learned from it. But at the time it was really stressful because I never dealt with scammers like that. Now when I look at it, it's like it's so freaking obvious. But at that time, it was like you think something good finally happens to you, and then it's a scam like this. Yeah.
man, at this point, I feel like scamming is such a sustainable job right now.
Honestly, we should. What we're gonna create one of those fake promo accounts, and then we're gonna start
Yeah,
doing AI art, and well, that's it.
that's it. Making fat stacks. We be Heisenberg and Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I think it can get complicated to figure out when it is actually worth to give up on art. I would still say most of the time just don't. If you like doing it, just have faith that good things will slowly
Like,
come. You will
chill out,
improve.
like, hang with your friends or something. Don't feel
Yeah.
frustrated or discouraged
Yeah.
with your art. Like, it will be helpful to take a break.
Yeah. Exactly. I think giving up should be a worst case scenario option. But like really,
Yeah,
really
I
worst case.
agree.
Like, okay, if it makes you homeless, maybe give up on it. Or if
Like,
it's
yeah, if it's making you mentally unstable,
exactly.
I think socially, so you should probably think about finding
Exactly.
some financial ways to help yourself.
Yeah. I thought many times, am I doing this? Is this really what I want to do? is this for myself, or am I just doing it because it's the only thing that I know how to do? At first, it feels like I'm only doing it because it's what I'm used to do. But then when I try to think of my life without art, it doesn't work. I cannot picture it. So I guess as long as you cannot see yourself doing anything else other than this, you shouldn't give up, no matter how hard it gets. Now, if your vision of your future is blurry when you think about it, maybe it's not for you and you're not that passionate about it. There's nothing wrong with that. Just keep it as a hobby, no?
To be honest, I think my future is pretty blurry. I haven't thought about it much. As I've only thought of like selling prints and some doing commission works, but not more than that. I don't, but sometimes I feel that would not be enough in the future, so I have to get some sort of job. That's what I think. I don't
Practically,
know.
practically yes, and I think many of us think that, but I know all the times you tell me that all you want to do in a day is draw. Like even if it doesn't go into prints or you don't sell it or whatever, you will never, I think that of you, I think you will never actually give up on art. Maybe at some point it's going to be hard to make it your full-time job and whatever, like we talked. But on the actual craft, I don't ever see you giving it up on.
I At the beginning of this podcast, I told you I've spent years and invested so much time. It's really hard for me to give up at this point.
Yeah, me too. It would be such a pity.
Yeah. Like what have you been doing for 2 years? I've been drawing and now I quit. So,
Yeah,
it sounds so stupid.
yeah, exactly.
So what are the three things you should keep in mind from this podcast?
I think the takeaway should be that as long as you enjoy what you're doing, you're passionate about it, you cannot see yourself without doing it, definitely don't give up. It's okay to take a break, but don't give up indefinitely.
And remember, it's always about self-expression and creativity.
Yes, that's that's where we all start making art because we
Yep.
like something, we're passionate about something, and maybe we make fun art from it or yeah. And one last thing.
One last thing, don't get financially fucked or get
Yes.
into NFTs.
Yes, no, definitely don't do that.
Yep.
Only you can consider giving up on art, but only if it gets you financially fucked or
Yep.
if it puts you in a clinical depression, maybe you can consider it. Otherwise, maybe not. Maybe not.
Keep on it.
Well, all right. We're gonna wrap it up for today. Uh,
Okay.
Thank you for listening to us. I hope you enjoy Relatable Artist Podcast. On today's episode, should you give up on art? Answer is no. Don't do it.
Yep. Definitely.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye bye.